So as I told you that see, we need to find from here a square plus b square is given. That is the power, the second power, or the power 2 is given. And we need to find the power 1, because the power of a here is 1, the power of b here is 1. So we start from the expansion. So we cannot square, right? So we start from the expansion. So we have a plus b, because we have to find a plus b, we start with the expansion of a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is where we start. This is the identity for a plus b whole square. That means if you take the a square and the b square together, a plus b whole square will be a square plus b square. You take these together plus 2ab. Right? Now put the values. A plus b you have to find. A square plus b square value is given to you. Put the value, it is 41 plus, and the value of ab is also given. So you put ab is equal to 4. So what you get? You get 41 plus 8, which is equal to 49. So what are you getting here? You're getting a plus b whole square. You're getting a plus b whole square is equal to 49. That means now you have to take the square root of 49. So a plus b must be equal to square root 49. And I told you whenever you are taking the square root, you give a plus or minus sign here. Okay. So you have a plus b is equal to plus or minus 7. That's it. Okay. So this was a simple one. So this concludes your part on algebraic expressions and identity. Factorization. Suppose I have a number like say 6. I can write this 6 as 2 into 3, right? I can write this number as 2 into 3. Now this 2 is called a factor of 6. And this 3 is also called a factor of 6. Okay. Both of these are called factors of 6 because 6 has been expressed as a product of 2 and 3. Similarly, for algebraic expressions, if I multiply these two, 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3, such that the product of these two is 4x square minus 9, right? You multiply, you can check with multiplication that 2x plus 3 into 2x minus 9, 2x minus 3 is 4x square minus 9. Here, this is called a factor of 4x square minus 9. And here, this is also a factor of 4x square minus 9. So 4x square minus 9, this expression has two factors. This has one factor and this has the other factor. There can be more than one factors also. There can be 3 factors also. There can be 4 factors also. Okay. So that is the idea of factors. Now, under factorization of algebraic expressions, you have under factorization of algebraic expressions, you have 3 types of factorization. First of all, you have factorization by grouping of terms. Okay. This is the first method. This is the first way you factorize. The second is factorization by using algebraic identities. What are algebraic identities? Like a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, and mainly a square minus b square. A square minus b square is the main identity which we use to factorize. The others also we use, but we use very less. A plus b whole square we use very less. A minus b whole square we use very less, but a square minus b square we use mostly. And finally, you have factorization of trinomials, which I have not given you in the syllabus for the time being. Okay. So let us start with factorization by grouping of terms. Now, what do you mean by grouping of terms? Let us take this example. Suppose I have an expression 8xy cube plus 12x square y square. So this expression consists of two terms, right? This is one term, this is the other term. This consists of two terms. Now, when you see that there are certain things in common between these two, what are these things in common? You see x is here also, and you see y is here, y is here also. Also, what you see 8 and 12 are here. Okay. So what you do here is you take the HCF of these two. You know what is HCF? You have done already HCF in the earlier classes. You take the HCF of these two terms. And what is the HCF of these two? How will you find out the HCF of these two? First of all, you will find out the HCF of 8 and 12. What is the HCF of 8 and 12? It is 4, right? Any confusion here with the HCF?
No, sir.
8 and 12, the HCF is 4. Now for the variables, you have x and x square, right? Now between x and x square, the HCF will be the lower power. Which one is the lower power? X is the lower power. So you'll write x here. Now you see y and y cube here. Which one is the lower power? Y square is the lower power. So you write y square here. So the HCF of these two is 4xy square. Okay. So therefore, what you do here is in the given expression, you take out the HCF of these two. So I write this as, let's write it again, 8xy cube plus 12x square y square. And here what I do is I take out 4xy square, which is the HCF of these two. Okay, if I take out this, that means what am I left with? When I am taking out this from this, that means I will have to also have to divide this by 4xy square, right? Because I am taking out the HCF 4xy square, I will also have to divide this by 4xy square. I have taken out this. That is why I have divided by this. If I did not take out this, I would not have to divide it by this. Okay. So now what I do here is 4xy square, I write as it is. And what I do is just as you divide, you know, a polynomial by a monomial, what you do? 8xy cube divided by 4xy square. This is how you divide a polynomial by a monomial. And this plus sign will come here, plus 12x square y square by 4xy square. Okay. So now what do we have? If you see here, 4 will cancel with this twice. And this is power 1. This is power 1. So that by laws of exponents, e to the power of m minus e to the power of n is e to the power of m minus n, which is 1 minus 1, right? And here you have y to the power of 3 minus 2, just as you do in your division of a polynomial by a monomial. And here you cancel this, you get a 3. And then you have x to the power of 2 here, and you have x to the power of 1 here. This is 2 minus 1, y, or 2 minus 2. So what do you get? You get x4xy square into 2x to the power of 0. X to the power of 0 is 1. You simply have it 2y plus 3x into y to the power of 0, which is also 1. So this is what you get. So what you see here is that this expression 8x cubed plus 12x square y square has has these factors. This is the first factor, this is the second factor, this is the third factor, and this expression is the fourth factor. Okay, so how many factors does it have? It has 4 factors. This expression has 4 factors. Okay, and what are the factors? X is a factor, y square is a factor, and 4 is a factor, and also 2y plus 3x is a factor. Okay, so this is the way we shall be using to work out problems from grouping of terms under factorization. Consider our next example. Say you have 6x plus 2y whole cube plus 8x plus 2y whole square. Okay, we want to factorize this. Now what you see here is that this is x plus 2y here and this is x plus 2y here. Okay, now see here in the notes I have done this directly. Okay, if you can do this way, it is very good, make it a habit. If you cannot, what you do here is, since you see x plus 2y here and x plus 2y here, you put x plus 2y is equal to z. Okay, therefore what does the given expression become? Given expression becomes 6z cube plus 8z square. Now this expression again contains two terms, 6z cube and 8z square. We shall take out, you see that both of these contain a z. Also what you see that 2 is a common factor between 6 and 8. That means some things are there in common between these two. Okay, so what you do is you take out the HCF of these two terms, 6z cube and 8z square. What is the HCF of these two? HCF of 6 and 8 you know is 2. And HCF of z cube and z square, you take the lower power, z square. Okay, so this is what the HCF of these two terms is. So therefore, now if you, from these two terms, if I take out the given expression, take out the HCF here is 2z square. So now since I'm taking out the HCF from both of these, what I'll do is I'll divide the entire expression by the HCF, right? So now what happens? 2z square, and now you divide as you divide normally your polynomials by a monomial. Okay, so you get 2z square, and here this cancels 3 times, and here you get 3z to the power of 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2, plus this cancels here. You can cancel z square also, no problem. So you get simply 4. So what you have is 2z square into 3z plus 4. Okay, and since this has been factorized, but do not forget to put back the value of z. What is the value of z we had taken? We had taken x plus 2y. So we put back the value of z. So this is x plus 2y whole square. Okay, and you have 3 times the value of z is x plus 2y. See how I'm using the brackets? Twice x plus 2y whole square, and here within the curly brackets you have 3x plus 6y plus 4. So now the curly brackets can be changed to normal brackets. 3x plus 6y plus 4, and that is your answer. Okay, now in this, if you see in the notes, I have done the same thing I have done, but I have done this directly. Here see, same thing I have done. This is your 2z square, which was your HCF, right? This is your z cube, this is your z square. The same thing I have done directly in the notes. Okay, so whichever way you find it convenient, whichever way you find it better, you do it whichever way, but later on this is the way we shall be doing. Okay, and even in the other notes also I have done it this way only. Okay, but here in the classes I will show you by assuming x, y, or z. Let us move on to the exercise problems now from the first part, that is grouping of terms. Okay, so let us work this out. 1 2 is a simple one. Okay, so let us work out 2 1. Given expression here is 21 py square minus 56 py. Again, there are two terms here, if you see, right? And in these two terms, both of them have p, both of them have y. That means they have something in common. So therefore, we take the HCF of these two. HCF of 21 py square and 56 py. How do you take the HCF? First take the numbers together, 21 and 56. What is the HCF? HCF is 7. Then take these two p's. HCF is p. And then take y square and y. What is the HCF? The lower power, which is y. So 7 pi, py is your HCF. So therefore, what is the given expression become? Once I take out 7 py out from this expression, 21 p square py square minus 56 py divided by 7 py. So you have to divide it by the HCF, right? Now in the next step, what you are expected to do is the normal polynomial. How polynomial is divided by a monomial. So 21 py square divided by 7 py and minus 56 py divided by 7 py. Okay, so this is 7, 3 will cancel. PP will cancel. 7 py 3, and you simply have y to the power of 2 minus 1 minus, this will cancel 8 times 8, and PP will again cancel here, and y will also cancel. So you're only left with 8. So what you are ultimately getting is 7 py into 3y minus 8, and that is your answer. So how many factors are there? There are 4 factors. First factor, second factor, third factor, and the fourth factor. So there are 4 factors. Okay, any questions still this part?
No, sir. No, sir.
Let us move on to the next part,
Okay.
3(2), which contains 3 terms in the expression. So given expression here is x square yz plus x y square z plus x y z square. This. Okay. Now in this, you see that there are 3 terms and all of them have x, y, and z, right? So what you do is you try to take out the HCF. So HCF of x square yz, x y square z, and x y z square. Okay, so x, x, and x. How many x's are there? X square, x, and x. Which is the lowest power? X. We keep x here. Next, consider y. So you have y, y square, and y. Lowest power is 1. So you keep y here. And the next is z, z, and z square. So which is the lowest power? Z. So the HCF is x, y, z. So therefore, what does the given expression become? You take out the HCF. That means you will have to divide the given expression by the HCF. Now you separate. That is just the way you divide polynomial by a monomial. Square yz xyz plus x y square z by xyz plus xy z square by xy z. So this is xy z, and here if you see y and y will cancel, z and z will cancel. You simply have x to the power of 2 minus 1 left. Plus, and here x and x will cancel, z and z will cancel. We have y to the power of 2 minus 1 left. Here x and x will cancel, y and y will cancel. So here you have z to the power of 2 minus 1 left. So here you have x, y, z into x plus y plus z. So this has been factorized into how many factors? 4 factors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 factors are there. Okay, so let's do the next one. The next one here is 8x cube minus 6x square plus 10x. Okay, this is also an easy one. It contains three terms. We take out the HCF. First of all, find the HCF. What is the HCF of these three terms? What is the HCF of 8, 6, and 10? The HCF of 8, 6, and 10 is clearly 2. What is the HCF of x cube, x square, and x? You take the lowest power, which is x. So the HCF is 2x. So therefore, now when you're taking out the HCF from the given expression, you will have to divide the entire expression by 2x. 8x cube minus 6x square plus 10x whole divided by 2x. Okay, so this is 2x, 8x cube by 2x minus 6x square by 2x plus 10x by 2x. What you get here is 2x. This cancels 4. You get 4x to the power of 3 minus 1 minus this cancels here. You get 3x to the power of 2 minus 1 plus this and this cancel. You simply get a 5. So you have 2x into 4x square minus 3x plus 5, and that's it. Okay, how many factors are there? There are three factors. First factor, second factor, and this entire expression is your third factor. Okay, so this is easy enough. Okay, moving on to the next one, 5.1. Given expression here is 18 p square q square minus 24 pq square plus 30 p square q. Now this we'll try to do it a little directly. How? HCF of this, and this. What is the HCF? This is 18, 24, and 30. What is the HCF of 18, 24, and 30? It is 6. We take out 6. Now next is p square, p, and p square. What is the HCF? The lowest power. Lowest power is 1. So only p. Q square, and q. Which one is the lowest power? Q. Okay, so this. Now once we take out the HCF, now we want to write what remains. Okay, so what remains here? See, from 18, if I am taking out 6, I need to divide 18 by 6 to get 3, right? Now p square, I'm dividing p square by p. What is left? Only p. Next, q square, I'm dividing by q. Now what is left? Only q. So that's we have done directly. Any questions here in this step?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I have a minus sign here, so I put a minus sign here as it is. Next, I have a 24 here. From 24, I'm taking out this 6. That means I need to divide 24 by 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Next, I have a p here, right? P I am dividing by p, so I get simply a 1, which I don't write. Okay. Next, q square is here. Q square, I have taken out a q from q square. So q square divided by q is q. So I'm only left with 4q. This plus sign is here, so I write this plus sign here. Okay. Next, I have a 30 here and I have a 6 here, right? So I need to divide 30 by 6, and 30 divided by 6, you know, is 5. I have a p square here and I have a p here. So that means I'm dividing this p square by this p. So p square by p is simply p. And I have a q here, I have a q here. So I'm dividing this q by this. So that means q by q is simply 1, which I don't write. That is it. Okay. This is the way you do directly. Okay. If I have in the notes, I have shown you the details way of doing. Okay. You can tally it with the notes. Okay. Let us proceed with the next one. The next one here is 6-1. Given expression is 15a times 2p minus 3q minus 10b times 2p minus 3q. Okay. Now see, this 2p minus 3q is here and this expression is here also, right? So what you do here is you can take 2p minus 3q, you can take this to be say x. Therefore, what does the given expression become? Given expression becomes 15ax minus 10x. Okay. Now we have got two terms here. These two terms, in these two terms, they have 15 and 10. What is the HCF of 15 and 10? 5. I have a here, but I don't have any a here. So no point. There's no HCF is 1, right? So no point writing 1. And I have x and x here. So I take out this x, right? Now let's see what am I left with. From 15ax, I have a 15 here, I have a 5 here. So I need to divide 15 by 5 to get 3. I have a here and I have nothing here. Nothing here means I have 1 here. A divided by 1 will give me a. I have x here and I have x here. X divided by x is 1. So since 1 is there, I don't write the 1. Minus. Now here again I have a 10. Here I have a 5. So I need to divide 10 by 5 to get a 2. And here I have x. Here I have x. If I divide x by x, I get 1. So I don't write that 1. So I get 5x times 3a minus 2. Okay. Now do not forget to put back the value of x. So x here we have taken as 2p minus 3q. So within brackets 2p minus 3q, and here you have 3a minus 2. Okay. So this was also easy enough. In this here in the notes I have done directly. You can check this method also and you can check this method also. If you are not able to do, if you are finding this method tough for the time being, do this method for the time being. And later on, you must get used to this method. Okay, the way I have done in the notes. Let us see 7-1. Given expression here is 6 times x plus 2y whole cube plus 8 times x plus 2y whole square. See, again, I have x plus 2y here. I have x plus 2y here. Never mind the power, whatever is the power, but I have the expression. So what I do is I say let x plus 2y is equal to z. So what does the given expression become? Given expression becomes 6z cube plus 8z square. Right? Now from these two, if you see there are two terms in this, 6 and 8, the HCF of 6 and 8 is clearly 2. HCF of z cube and z square is z square. Okay, so I take out z square. 2z square I have taken out. Now see 6z cube. I have a 6 here and I have taken out a 2 from this 6. So 6 divided by 2 will give me a 3. I have a z cube here. I have a z square here. So from z cube I have taken out z square. So I am left with z cube divided by z square, which is simply z. Plus 8 here. I have 2 here. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And z square here. Z square here. Z square by z square is 1. So I don't write that 1. So that means this is what I should be getting. Now we do not forget to put back the value of z. Value of z here is x plus 2y. So I put x plus 2y whole square into 3z plus 4. And these are the required factors. Okay. See that. What can you say? What you should see here is that 2 is a factor of 6 times x plus 2y whole cube plus 8x plus 2y whole square. 6 is one factor of this. What is the other factor? X plus 2y. Although this is power 2, we say x plus 2y is also a factor of, we don't say x plus 2y whole square is a factor. We say x plus 2y is a factor of this expression. In fact, we say x plus 2y is a repeated factor. repeated factor. Okay, what do you mean by repeated factor? Let us say, let us take an example. So you have 16. 16 is equal to 4 into 4, right? So you see 4 into 4, this 4 is a repeated factor of 16. Because you can write this as 4 square. This is a repeated factor. Okay. Let us say 32. 32 can be written as 4 into 4 into 2. That means this is 4 square into 2. So 4 is a factor of 32, but 4 is a repeated factor. Okay, 2 is a non-repeated factor. So that is why when I have a square here, that means x plus 2y is a repeated factor. Okay, and what is the last factor? The last factor here is, I have not put the value of z here, so let me just put the value of z here. This is 3 times z is x plus 2y plus 4. Okay, so what are the x plus 2y? And we are getting, and this is x plus 2y we got. And if you simplify this within the curly brackets, you get 3x plus 6y plus 4. So you're getting 3 factors. This 2 is one factor, this is another factor, and this is also a factor. So you write 3x plus 6y plus 4 is a factor of this expression. Okay, I'll stop here.